Kenworth, the world's best.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kevin Baney.
Good afternoon and welcome to the reveal of the next generation T680. We are live in the Convention Center in Seattle. We've been posting teaser images like the one on the screen on social media leading up to this event, and we couldn't be more excited for this day to finally arrive. We are all part of an amazing industry. When we were faced with the pandemic, we rallied together to support each other while your teams continue to deliver goods across the U.S. and Canada. We have the honor of being your support team, providing trucks, parts, and service through the world's best dealer network. I couldn't be more proud to lead Kenworth and be part of this great industry. I want to start by sharing a video tribute to drivers on behalf of Kenworth and PACCAR Parts. I also want to give a shout out to our dealer network. We have the strongest dealers in the industry. We have 431 locations in the U.S. and Canada, and they have earned the title, the world's best dealers. In 2015, we established the Premier Care Gold program, which sets the benchmark in the industry for service excellence. This program sets a high standard for service capacity and performance. The requirements are listed in the middle. I won't read them all, but they do include express lanes, extended hours of service, number of trained technicians, as well as criteria focused on taking care of drivers. We have 138 locations that have earned the Premier Care Gold status, with new locations being added monthly. Many of our dealers have joined us today, so thank you for being the world's best dealers. The last decade was the fastest paced decade in the history of our industry, and that's definitely true for Kenworth. The decade started with the launch of the PACCAR MX-13 engine, and today we have the full PACCAR powertrain that includes both the MX-13 and MX-11 engines. The T680, T880, and W990 were launched, and since 2015, all trucks are connected. We built the 1 millionth truck in 2014, and the Premier Care Gold program was launched in 2015, setting a new standard across the industry for service excellence. Last year was a significant milestone for us, and it's shown in the upper part of the screen. The 100,000th T680 was built in our plant in Chillicothe, Ohio. We build the T680 in Chillicothe. We have over 2,000 employees whose passion shows in every T680, T880, and W990 they build. And I know I already said it, but since 2012, the team has built over 100,000 T680s in Chillicothe, and they have been instrumental in preparing for the launch of the Next Gen T680. Chris is the plant manager, so Chris and all the employees in Chillicothe, when you get the opportunity to watch this, thank you for building the world's best trucks. And when we launched the T680 in 2012, it quickly became the benchmark in the industry as the on-highway truck of choice. And it's easy to see why. It was based on an entirely new 10-inch wider cab platform. The modern styling improved aerodynamics by 10%. The larger windshield improved visibility by 50%. And the large doors, they're easy to open and close, and to this day, close like a vault. Inside, the cab is spacious and ergonomic. The design of the cab and interior reduces noise by 50%. The T680 is the premium truck in the industry and known as the driver's truck. So what is next for the best truck in the industry? That's right. You take the features that have made the T680 so successful and you create the next generation. Before I show you the next generation T680 and before we bring the trucks out to the stage, I want to show you what years of passion-filled styling, design, and validation look like in 5 seconds. If only it was that easy. Jonathan and the styling team, Joe and the engineering team, Phil and the validation team, and Judy and Chris and the hardest working operations team in Ohio, thank you for the hard work, dedication, and commitment to make the next generation T680 a reality. And now, let's see those trucks. This is a lot of fun. I know everyone would like to be here in person to celebrate and walk around these beautiful trucks. There will be a day soon for that at upcoming Kenworth and industry events. Let's keep rolling. I'd now like to kick off the next generation T680 launch video. Lisa and team, great job on the video. I'll now turn it over to Joe Adams, Kenworth's chief engineer, to take you through the making of the next generation T680.
Thanks, Kevin. It was great to finally show everyone what we've been working on over the last couple years. When we first started thinking about the next generation T680, we knew that everybody wanted to push the boundaries with bold styling and apply technologies that drivers would appreciate. So we started the journey where we integrated our engineering departments, our aerodynamic experts, and our styling departments to push the boundaries of truck design. And our inspiration for this new model came from race cars, iPhones, and the craftsmanship of a fine watch. This created the atmosphere where we designed the next generation T680 that balances the needs to be functional and efficient, yet beautiful and sophisticated. Join me and a few of my colleagues from the Research and Development Center to showcase the design and innovation of the next generation T680. Welcome to Kenworth Research and Development. In 2012, we launched the T680, which set the standard for an on-highway truck model. Since then, we've been innovating, and we're going to set the standard again. Follow me, and I'll show you the next generation.
The challenge for the development team for the next generation T680 was to take the work that we did on the original T680, the truck that really set the standard, and improve upon the aerodynamics, the technology, and the refinement, and make the styling really show that this is a world-class high-performance machine.
We really wanted to focus on improving the aerodynamics. We wanted to make another big jump in the industry. The goal was to do this not in isolation, but to really work with all the other groups that are at Kenworth. We wanted the best aerodynamics, the best design, the best functionality. This is a high-functioning machine. It's modern and it performs very, very well.
When we started the project, we really wanted to first take the time to observe the way people were using our current instrumentation system and learn from that. And we were seeing that drivers weren't necessarily using the level of depth that is in typical instrumentation. So the freedom of a completely glass cockpit just opens up the door to letting us do what the driver needs and showing it to them when they need it.
One of the objectives of the T680 Next Generation program is improving aerodynamics. You can see that we've added 28-inch side extenders on the vehicle here. That allows us to have seamless air flowing off of the cab, the sleeper, and onto the trailer.
So one of the biggest ways you can improve aerodynamics is by decreasing the trailer gap. So getting that trailer as tight as you can up to the back of the sleeper. But that makes it really difficult for any kind of access up onto the chassis or for even hooking up your trailer lines and everything.
But we also wanted to have really good trailer access. And so in order to do that, we've designed an opening fairing extension, which allows us to move it out of the way, and then the drivers have clear access to the back of sleeper to do any of the things they need to do in their daily inspection. Now the T680 has all new fairings that you see here, which allow air to smoothly move down the side of the vehicle, across the tandems, and onto the trailer.
The new chassis fairings are so aerodynamic that we no longer have to offer full wheel-to-wheel chassis fairings. We can have a partial that has improved aerodynamic.
And one of the other things that we've done is we've developed a vent in the back of the fender well that allows air to come from under the engine compartment and come out around the step area.
One unique feature we do have on this truck is a fender vent that basically evacuates air out of the underhood and behind our fenders. It gives us a good opportunity to draw some air out from the underhood, both improving aerodynamics and removing hot air from the engine and the radiator.
Now for the drivers, we've included a battery inspection panel that you see here that allows you to open and do quick inspections on your battery on all of their daily checklists.
So, given that so much of Next Generation is about an aerodynamic enhancement, one of the obvious changes is the side skirts and steps. We didn't want to sacrifice that really important ingress-egress experience with something in the aerodynamics realm. So the steps are still the best in the industry when it comes to getting in and out of the truck safely.
We've also introduced an all-new LED side turn indicator, which provides great visibility
One of the other things you'll notice about the lighting is there's a large side turn indicator down the back edge of the front fender. And part of it is gives us, the designers, a nice cool blade of light down the back of the fender and really gives it an expressive look. But for the driver, it makes sure that everybody coming up alongside of you, especially folks in passenger cars, they can see what you're going to do. You turn that turn signal on, they can't miss it.
Now back to aerodynamics. We've got the wheel well closeout, so they're designed specifically for the geometry of the hood on the next generation T680, and that flows into an all-new bumper design. Now when you look at the new bumper design, one of the things we did is we maintained the ground clearance that we had on the current T680, allowing air to go underneath and then exit in the vent areas that I've talked about on the sides.
We have the same ramp angle, like approach angle, and ground clearance as we have on today's T680 with improved aerodynamic performance. We extend that bumper further under the bottom of the truck to keep the air attached and direct it as it goes under.
The hood has been designed to be narrower, which helps us reduce drag on the front of the vehicle. In order to do that, we've designed an all-new cooling package inside, more narrow and lower in the frame rails, which give us the ability for air to move seamlessly down the sides. We've also designed a new optional LED headlamp for the T680. Now these headlamps have best-in-class forward light performance, and they have this signature nighttime and daytime running light feature that really is an accent for the next generation product.
They allow us to have a really expressive look. The daytime running light curves with the shape of the fender, and that's going to be the thing you're going to see, way down the road. And you're going to know it's a Kenworth when it's coming towards you. The lighting performance is just incredible, and it's a nice, bright, clear light that's like daylight color. We've even included heaters inside the headlamps to control the condensation and fogging on the lens.
On the sides of the hood, we have an all-new air intake that's designed to be both functional and have excellent look for a premium image T680 next generation product. One of the other things that we've done is you see on the A-pillar that we've installed a turning vane. And what that does is helps us with aerodynamics again by taking air coming off of the windshield and keeping it smoothly flowing down the sides of the vehicle from the sleeper and onto the trailer.
We designed every part to work with all the other parts. Our increased fuel economy performance, our lowest drag comes from designing all these parts to move the air from one component to the next.
Now in total, all of the changes that we've made for aerodynamics, plus the inclusion of the PACCAR MX engine, provides us up to 6% improvement in fuel economy for the T680 next generation. Now let me show you some of the changes that we made on the inside of the vehicle.
The Next Gen T680 has all new interior colors. What we really wanted to do was bring some more contrast and refinement into the interior. We have a nice new black color on all the lower bits, and then our light tan or light gray up above. And in the premium diamond interiors, we have a new color called Madrona, which is a rich coppery color that is on the center of our leather seats. It's on the stitching, and we think that really gives it a high-end premium look.
When you get in the T680, one of the first things you'll notice is a lot of our new interior trims. We've got all new fabrics on both the seats and on the door pads. We've got new wood grain trim that we've added, which give it a very premium feel. And the other thing that you notice immediately is the high resolution 15-inch digital display in the A-cluster position.
One of the aspects that we really wanted to bring forward when we developed this instrumentation system is to enhance and support the driver experience in the vehicle, and giving a level of control that they can minimize and maximize gauges and even customize view in their favorites page setup really makes the driver think that this instrumentation system is built to enhance the way they work or the way they want to see, and it's not just what the factory delivered to them.
Now this provides drivers all the information they need to maintain and operate their vehicle, from speedo to RPMs to other details. This new digital display is paired to an all-new smart wheel, which has the features for controlling the digital display, cruise control, and other features all integrated so that the drivers keep their hands on the wheel while they're driving down the road. This is a part of the excellent innovation that we've included in the new T680 Next Generation.
The interesting thing about truck design is it shouldn't be about anything other than the numbers. It's a tool to get the job done. But at the end of the day, there's a person making the decision about purchasing that truck, and there are people who need to interact and operate and live with that truck. And anything we can do to bring like a level of passion and interest and pride to those people because of what we do in the design department, that kind of takes it to the next level, and makes something from just an excellent business decision to the world's best and a driver's truck that somebody wants to have.
What an exciting video to feature the highlights of the Next Generation T680. Now, I'd like to introduce Zach Slayton. Zach leads our software development team that's responsible for the new digital display. Zach, take it away.
Thank you, Joe. In a minute, you will get the first look at the Next Gen T680 digital display and smart wheel. But before we show you this industry-leading technology, I'd like to talk about how it was developed. Everything about this display starts with the driver. Before we ever wrote a single line of code, we spent 2 years and millions of dollars driving, living, and even sleeping like our drivers. We spent countless shifts and many nights shadowing and interviewing more than 100 drivers. We watched how they used the industry-leading T680 display and smart wheel, and we challenged ourselves to make them even better. The Kenworth personnel who led these studies are drivers themselves and operate trucks nearly every day. We learned that drivers want an intuitive display that they could control and gave them the right information at the right time. We invested in the latest visual design tools so that our engineers remained relentlessly focused on the driver experience. We spent over 250,000 hours designing and testing this display and the steering wheel with hundreds of additional drivers across dozens of fleets. This is a display built by drivers, for drivers, of the driver's truck. The result is the most innovative and driver-centric display in the industry that delivers that signature customization and reliability that Kenworth customers have come to expect and love for decades. And now, I'd like to introduce the Next Gen T680 digital display and smart wheel.
And gentlemen, welcome Laura Block.
I hope you are as excited about the Next Gen T680 as we are. From sleek styling and aerodynamics to a refined interior, this truck builds on the excellent foundation of the current T680 to deliver the next generation. The Next Gen T680 has been designed with our customers and drivers in mind. We partnered with many of our customers throughout the development of the next generation, whether through customer councils, feedback in business reviews, or participation in testing the trucks. Kenworth thanks you for your business and your partnership. We appreciate you taking the time to celebrate the next generation T680. I leave you with one last look at this fabulous truck. Thank you.